Okay, welcome to our 105 The Hive broadcast on math and music money. This morning I shared a picture. The picture is actually some jars that have been set up in the classroom. And what I'd like to know is, just looking up at the picture, what do you notice? What do you see? What do you wonder? Who can share with me something that they've seen just by looking at the picture? What do you notice? Ricardo, what do you notice?
A bunch of different colors and they look like formula.
Why do you think they look like formula?
Because they're just like formulas are different colors.
Okay. Anybody else have something to share? Shyla?
It's like science bowl because science bowl, but it's different because science bowls are all white.
Oh. Okay.
And
Yeah.
like, but these bowls are like in colors, so there's water in them, and it makes them like be like different colors.
Okay, now why did you say that there's water in them?
Because
What makes you think there's water in them?
it looks like it looks like it's cold.
Okay. Who else thinks that there's water in them? Who doesn't think that there's water in them? Who thinks it's something different? Aiden, why do you think it's something different?
Because water isn't like different colors.
How could I make water those different
If you
colors?
put stuff in it,
What would I have had to add to it to make the water those different colors? Ricardo?
food coloring.
So, I wonder if we can figure out what might be in them. But I wonder what else you notice about them. What else do you notice? If you look really closely at those pictures, really closely over at the jars, what do you notice about them? Sarah, what do you notice?
That some of them looks like they have lids and some of them don't.
Okay. Why do you think some of them look like they have lids?
Because this has one of those this.
Oh,
Things
okay. What else can people share with me about the picture? Duran? Quickly. What else can people share with me about the picture when they look? Do you notice about the amount of water in each one? Looking closely, what do people notice about the amount of water that's in each of the containers? Ricardo, what do you notice?
I see that the white one over there has less, and all of them have the most.
What one has the most?
All of the rest have the most except for the white one.
Okay, so this one has, that little white one has a lot less, you think? Does every other jar have the same amount of water?
No. Some has the top and some has a little bit of bottom and some has a little bit. Some has like a little bit.
Okay, so there's different amounts. What do you notice, Shyla?
I just wanted to show you these two
Yeah.
they're the less because I can see from over there they're less.
Okay. Do you think this one has less? Shyla, go and look over at that blue one very carefully in the corner, because my picture might not do it. So not at the white one. Go and look at the one that's blue, the little vase that's blue. What do you notice about the water in that vase?
It just looks like in the picture.
Okay. And how much water is in that vase?
Here.
Which is what? Does it have a little
Even
bit?
the white ones, but
Yeah.
the white one's still less.
The white one is less, but what about the blue one? Does that blue one less, or is it filled right up to the top? It's filled right up to the top. Okay, what else do people notice if they were to look from the left over here at the picture all the way over to the right? What do you notice about the amount of water in each of the containers?
Mr. Carey, call 104. Mr. Carey, 104.
If you were to look over here at this one on the left, and then you you started to look down all the way to the ones on the right, what do you notice about the amount of water in each of the containers? We are watching, looking at the notice. Sarah?
That over here has the most and over here has the less.
Okay, and what about the ones in between?
It's like medium.
Okay, so these are, how many containers do I have? What are people doing trying to figure it out? Ricardo, what are you doing?
Counting, and there's 6 bottles.
Okay, there's 6 bottles where? At the front?
There's 6 bottles together on each side.
So there's 6 in front, there's 6 in the middle, and there's 6 at the back. How many are there all together?
6.
If I, so, hold on. If I had 6 and 6, what does that make? So if I have these 6 and 6 more, what does that make?
20.
Sarah, let's see. How can we figure this out instead of just saying numbers? What can we do?
Look at the chart.
Okay, so how does the chart help us out?
Because it has numbers, so you can look at the 6 and then go to 10 and then it goes to 11.
Okay, now hold on. You said look at 6. Why did you get me to 10? How many did you add on to get to 10?
4.
Okay, so I get 4 to 10, but how many more do I have? How many more past the 4?
8.
I have 6 in the front and 6 in the middle row. So you did the 6, then you added on 4 more and you got to 10. But I didn't have 4 in the middle row. How many do I have in the middle row, Aiden?
9.
How many do I have in the middle row? I had 6 in the first row. How many jars do I have in the middle?
6.
Okay, so we started with the first 6. I like Aiden's idea of using the hundreds chart. Then you counted on 4 and you got to 10, but we don't have 4 in the middle row. We have 6 in the middle row. So what would I get if I counted on?
30.
How did you get 30?
By looking at the 100 chart.
But how did 30 get you? How did you get 30?
31.
Okay, Sarah, we started at 6. How many did we count on?
2.
If you have 6 in the front row and 6 in the middle row, how many are you going to count on from 6?
6.
Okay.
6 and another 6.
Okay, so we started here and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we get?
13.
Oh, what?
12.
12. But then we have 6. Sarah, look. We started at 6. We counted on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do we get, Sarah?
6.
Yeah, but what number do we end at?
12.
Right. Now, we also have 6 in the back row. So how could we get from 12 and figure out what our total number is?
I know the right answer.
What is it?
18.
How do you know?
I counted all of them.
Okay, so if we keep counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what do we get?
18.
18. So 6 and 6 and 6 must make
18.
Sebastian,
18.
please come to the office.
No.
Sebastian, please come to the office.
In addition, and these are a little bit harder to see, I have all these bottles of water or formula or something that's here. They're all colored, different colors, they're arranged in rows, and I have this little jar in the corner. And the jar's over here too. And my jar's kind of mixed. It's got some different things in it. What's in my jar?
We can mix
Crayons. Okay.
pencils and sticks.
Wonder. What do you think I could do with these pencils and sticks and those jars? What could I possibly do with them? Shiloh?
You could mix them together and see if they turn into different colors.
I could mix them. I actually hadn't planned on mixing them. I had said to start, not that mixing would be wrong, but I had said to start that this is going to be our radio show on our Math and Music Monday. And think how those jars, we counted all the jars, we looked at the information about the jars for the math. Anyone think how those jars might be connected to music? How might those jars be connected to music? Jean? Okay, but you're still looking at the math. How could those jars be connected to music? How could I use these with the jars? Yes?
You can just put, you can tap the pencils on the jars.
If I
And
were
then
to,
it'll make a noise.
I wonder, do you think it'll make the same noise if I use these thick pencils versus the thin pencils versus these little sticks? Why not? Why do you think it might make a different noise? Aiden?
Because some are much lighter and some are much stronger.
Okay. Do you think that if I were to take this pencil and I were to tap it on this jar versus tapping it on the jar that has very little water, would it make the same noise?
Yes.
You think so? Do you think that this pencil will make the same noise on all those jars of water?
No.
Why not? Why do you think that those jars may not make the same noise on all the different jars of water? What do people think? Mariana?
Because maybe since there's more water, it's going to make it much different.
Okay. What do you mean by much different? Can you tell me?
Like a much different noise.
Okay. I wonder. I guess we have a lot to try to figure out today.